Are you holding on to a hope that your imposter syndrome is just going to disappear? Like it's just going to fly away once you've got enough experience? It doesn't actually work that way. And you're on this impact journey. You want to make a difference in the world. Imposter syndrome is stopping you. And if that's you, you need to watch this video. I'm going to share with you where imposter syndrome actually comes from. And we're going to be talking about the experience paradox that stops so many people. My name is Rich Life. I help those aspirational thought leaders to let go of the imposter syndrome so that they can realize their impact journey. And I want to help you too. So this is a space, it's called the Rich Life Realization Podcast. And it's a space of exploration, of finding your rich life so that you can share it with others. Because I think ultimately we all want to make a difference in the world. We all want to have a profound impact, and it starts with us. We have to realize our richest life first. Today, we're going to be talking about imposter syndrome and the experience. It's this paradox that it's kind of like a job. Like you have to have experience. We would like 3 to 5 years of experience, but you can't get experience. And that's a lot of the way that people are thinking about imposter syndrome, that they think that once I have the experience, the imposter syndrome is going to go away. I'm going to be able to express myself fully. I'm going to be able to have this natural confidence. And, but the thing is that to be able to get the experience, you have to drop the imposter syndrome. You can't be stopping yourself. And it does stop people. They stop themselves with their own self-conscious thoughts. They stop themselves from posting videos or from sharing or from writing or from any of their creative work that they use to impact the world. And that I love that because creative work is what impacts the world. Your creativity is a gift that you're sharing with the world, but we tend to not even want to get started because we're having those self-conscious thoughts. Who am I to share this with the world? Who am I to create this amazing thing? And we have these doubts. Am I really amazing? Am I amazing enough to be able to create this and share this with the world and make a difference? If I'm struggling in my own head, how can I make an impact? But the thing is that once you start to work through this and get the experience and post the video and dive into your writing, that's when you're going to start to be able to make that difference. And that is when you start to move toward it. And we think, oh, okay, well, the imposter syndrome is going to disappear once I have gone a certain enough along this journey, this road of experience. And I think that it doesn't actually work that way because imposter syndrome comes from your thought in the moment. And what that means is that it can come up at you at any moment, and it can also dissolve at any moment. That means that even if you're 3 years along in the journey, you could still have imposter syndrome. And there are a lot of people who do, who are struggling with that within themselves, even as they are these huge difference makers in the world. Even though that they're thought leaders, they're speakers, they're coaches, they have these doubts that rear up. And some people have different ways of dealing with them. They might try and push them away. They might try and fight them. They might try and I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to feel the fear and I'm going to do it anyway. And push through. Use willpower. What if that could just all be dissolved? What if your imposter syndrome just wasn't that big of a deal? Right? If it was just kind of like background noise. Like you get into an elevator and there's this background music and you're not like, "Oh yeah, this is my jam. I love this music. I'm going to dance to it." No, you typically don't really care. You tune it out. Imposter syndrome thoughts can be the exact same way. When we realize that they don't have to be a big deal. I don't have to give them energy, even though they might feel painful, even though they might feel real to me in the moment. I might feel like, oh man, this really hurts. I don't have to give them power. I don't have to. I can let them just slide right on by because I know that they're made of thought. They're made of a mental energy that will crest and dissipate. It will disappear if I let it disappear. And that is something that if you can realize, it will set you free. You're going to be able to have this creative flow. You're going to be able to work on and make what you want to make. Post the video, write the book. You won't be standing in your way anymore. Because I think that what happens is that we hit these solid walls, these solid mental walls, and we're like, I can't get by. But guess what? The solid wall is made up of your own thought. And so if it's solid one moment, it can be something that you can walk right through the next. Because that's the nature of thought. The nature of thought is that it can be solid. We can make it real and we can smash our face into it and we can keep smashing our face into the wall, which is how some people try to handle their imposter syndrome. Like, I'm gonna smash it, and it hurts. They get a bloody nose, but once they see what it's really made of, they can walk right through. It's gone, and then they can make that difference that they want to make. Then they can impact the world. Because I think we all know this, that when we are coming from the clarity of who we are, when we are clear in ourselves, in our authentic expressions, it's so much more impactful than if we're running by fear. And you can get a long way running by fear. You can say, I'm going to do it scared and I'm going to keep running, but you're scaring yourself. There's nothing that you need to fear, even though it might feel like it at times. And so you can express yourselves, and it's so impactful when you do it from the truth of who you really are. When you do it without all of that mental noise that's going on inside of your head. When that disappears, and it happens to you, I promise you, it happens to you all of the time, where you're not even thinking about it. You just drop it. But oh, it rears up when I go to do this. That means that it is a part of this. No, it's not. It is actually separate. It is an independent variable from the act of working towards your desires. The imposter syndrome is an independent variable. It comes from within, not from an external fear of judgment or actual judgment from people, because we have some people who don't understand. So my invitation for you today, if you are that aspiring thought leader, you're that person who says, you know what? I know I can make a difference. I know that I was meant to. If you're the person who says that I have everything I need to change the world, but I'm in my own way, my invitation to you is to settle. If it comes up, see it as that background music, that background noise. Let it be there. It's fine. It doesn't have to bother you. It can just kind of dissipate. Because once we put it into the background, it does tend to disappear. Once we can kind of feel it in our bodies and be aware of that, and then it will change. The energy of it just dissipates. So that is my invitation to you. Go and do the thing. Go and write the post, write the book, the next chapter in the book, shoot a video, and let that imposter syndrome come up and crest over you, and just let it run through you. And may you have a powerful impact on the world around you. This has been the Rich Life Realization Podcast. If you know of those people out there, maybe friends, maybe family members who have been wanting to start their impact journey, but they are delaying themselves. They have that dormant desire that they're not activating, and it frustrates the heck out of them. Just send them my way, have them watch a video of mine, have them connect with me. I so appreciate you. I appreciate the best gift that you can give me, which is your time and attention. It is beyond valuable to me because I want to create an impact on the world. I have that dormant desire that I am working on expressing. I am on my own impact journey, and I'm inviting you and the people that you know to come along with me